crowd. This is a beautiful, big crowd. Hello, Ohio. Hello, hello, hello. Amazing. I do wish the fake news would show this crowd. This is massive. This is incredible. This is incredible. I'm thrilled to be back in this wonderful state with the thousands of proud, hardworking American patriots. You built this country. Thank you very much. Tomorrow, the great people of Ohio are going to send J.D. Vance to the United States Senate. And you're going to re-elect Mike DeWine as your state's governor and John Husted as lieutenant governor. You're going to vote for an incredible slate of true American first Republicans up and down the ballot, and we are going to end crazy Nancy Pelosi's political career once and for all. Right? That's right. Hello. Under Biden, Pelosi, Schumer, and the radical Democrat Congress, the great state of Ohio is under siege. You know that better than anyone. Biden and the far-left lunatics are waging war on Ohio energy workers. Just yesterday, Biden bragged that on his watch there is, quote, no more drilling. You know, that's not what he said. JD, that's not what he said. He said it yesterday, didn't quite know what he was saying. Then they tried to correct it today. They said, you didn't understand the meaning of what he said. Oh, no, he said no more drilling, right? But the energy costs in this country are skyrocketing like nobody's ever seen before. And so are the food costs, and so is every other cost. And you're paying a big price, like $1,000 a month in Ohio. They're strangling Ohio families with soaring prices and crippling inflation, costing the typical American household nearly $800 to $1,000, and in many cases, they're thinking the real number could be $1,200 every single month. The southern border, we had a southern border, was the best ever. It's wide open now. Millions and millions of illegal aliens are pouring into our country. Violent crime is out of control, and the far left is indoctrinating our children with twisted race and gender insanity in our schools like we've never even thought of before. This was never even thought of before. This country has gone crazy. There's only one choice to end this madness. If you support the decline and fall of America, then you must, absolutely must, vote for the radical left crazy people, the radical left Democrats. And if you want to stop the destruction of our country and save the American dream, then tomorrow you must vote Republican in a giant red wave that we've all been hearing about. There is no more urgent task for the future of our country than to stop the invasion on our southern border. 2 years ago, we had the strongest southern border in American history. There was nothing even close. Now it's the worst border, perhaps, in the history of the world anywhere. Because, as I say all the time, no third world country would put up with what we've put up with over the last 2 years. Sticks and stones, if they had to use them, give me a stick and give me a stone, they wouldn't allow this to happen to a country, even at a third world level. And I hate to tell you, our country is becoming third world. That's what's happening to us. Biden, Pelosi, and the radical Democrats spend all their time obsessing over the borders of distant foreign nations. Americans deserve a Congress and a president who will protect the borders of our nation, don't you think? And very simply, it's called America First. We came up with that little name, and, you know, they say on the other side, we will not let America First dominate. They should really say, we don't like Trump's policies, but you don't say, we don't want America first. And then they go after MAGA all the time. We will stop MAGA. Well, MAGA means make America great again. You know, they're pretty tough to stop, JD. And good luck. Hey, JD, you have some very good polls I saw today. What the hell am I doing here? Good night, everybody. We can make this one real short, JD. Would you like to just do it for a quickie, or do you want to go through the whole deal? Uncle Sam, what do you want to do, Uncle Sam? We love Uncle Sam. You know, we have incredible women here from North Carolina, and they were with us yesterday in Miami. Did you see where we had a tropical storm? And it came down. I've never had rain like that. I've never seen anything like it. Everything was so beautiful, and we did it for Marco Rubio, and he is doing really well, I will tell you. He's doing really well. Our people are doing well, JD. But all of a sudden, the song went off. You know the song. People love it. They love that last bit. Do you like it? I like it. I like doing it. To me, it's beautiful. It's more beautiful. Would anybody like to see me stop doing that? We'll do a poll, free poll. So who wants to do it? And who doesn't want to do it? So you know what I just did? I saved $1 million to a pollster. You know? No, they interviewed 203 people, and they tell you, that's a much better poll. I agree. No, it was beautiful. But the music went on, and it was like somebody took a large pail of water and dropped it on my head. And we said, I had a problem because the teleprompters were useless, okay? They were absolutely useless. They went out, and I'm stuck up there with 25 minutes to go. And I had a choice. And they said, please come off the stage. You know, security, please come off the stage. Well, there was no lightning, so we didn't have danger. But I've never seen anything. This was like the worst shower you've ever taken. It was just pouring. And you know, in Florida, it goes like that for about 10 or 15 minutes, then it stops, the sun comes out. It's very quick, but it's brutal. So I'm doing it, and I had to throw away the teleprompters, and we did so well. And I was saying, what do you think would have happened to Biden if that happened? I don't think it would have been too good. I don't think it would have been too good. But you know, the people, it was actually, people have said today, it was like a religious experience. The people, the music comes on, and then boom, we just got, it was like unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. You know, the teleprompters, one of them just crashed and broke. The other one was useless because you ever ride in your car where you get a really heavy rainstorm and try and see through without the windshield wipers? Which, by the way, they planned, it's called planned obsolescence. They can make a windshield wiper that would last 100 years. But they make them only so they last exactly 1 year, and then you have to buy a new one, which means they're smart, okay? Let's let them keep doing. But you ever do that where you're driving and you can't see? Well, that's what I had with my one little remaining teleprompter. So we had to go, and we had a great evening. One of the greatest rallies we've ever had, and it was caused by God sending us the heaviest rain I've ever seen. It was unbelievable. And nobody left. The media didn't even leave, the fake news. Oh, look at all of them. Wow. That's a lot of fake news back there. That's a lot of fake news back there. I'm looking at Eric and Don Trump. They're so lucky I allowed them to get into politics, right? They've been treated so kindly. These are the two most subpoenaed human beings in history. Al Capone. You ever hear of Alphonse Capone, the legendary? Jesse James, Billy the Kid. These two have had more and they're really good kids. Dad, we got another subpoena from Congress, you know. Maxine Waters sent us, you know, because she's a very honest person, Dad. She's a very honest person, Dad. No, I think they set a record. Most subpoenaed human beings in the history of the world. But you know, the good news has been going on for 6 years. We're very honest. A friend of mine said, you have to be the most honest person ever. Years and years, millions and millions of pages of documents. JD, they checked every deal. They checked deals that I forgot about. I said, I don't remember. I get a call from a guy who did a deal 22 years ago. Hi, Mr. President. I just wanted to let you know we were just visited by the law enforcement authorities. On what? That deal we did about 23 years ago. Oh, how's it doing? Well, we sold it about 5 times already. People I haven't heard from in years. They get visited by, these are sick people. These are sick people. But this is what we're going through. JD, you got to get it stopped, because that's the beginning of communism. It's the beginning of communism. I think we skipped over socialism. I say it now. You say, we're going to be socialist. We are not. We've skipped over that. That's gone. Socialism is gone for about a year already, I think. We're into the world of communism right now. Last year, an average of 14 Ohio lives were lost to drug overdoses every single day, yet Biden and the radical Democrats do nothing to stop the lethal poisons pouring across our borders. And we had it almost stopped. We had the safest borders ever. That included human trafficking, and it included drugs, but it included people. We sent thousands and thousands of MS-13 back. I'll tell you what, ICE and Border Patrol and law enforcement, but they do a great job. They do a great job. Brandon Judd, Tom Homan, these are incredible people. Since the end of the Trump administration, the drug cartels have seen their revenue skyrocket by an astounding, listen to this one, you business people. You think you're good at business? You're nothing compared to these people. 2,500%. Would you say that's good? If that were stock on the New York Stock Exchange, it would be the hottest stock of the decade. The choice this election is simple. Democrats will defund the police. Republicans will defund the cartels. And that's what happens. Under my leadership, we waged war on the cartels. We ended catch and release. We stopped asylum fraud. And we threw illegal alien gang members out of our country by the thousands. And we got their countries, Guatemala, Honduras, we got their countries to take them back, JD. You know, they wouldn't take them back. Under the Obama, Barack Hussein Obama, under the Obama administration, they refused to take them back. They said, no, we're not taking them back. So I said, I tell this, it's unbelievable. Primarily 3, but there are others too. And said, how much do we pay them every year? What do we give them? $750 million, sir. That's a lot. I said, we're not going to pay them anymore. Stop payment. It's like a stop payment of a check. We stop payment and let them know, because they're not taking back the people that they sent over. You know, they send those people over. These are very smart. They don't just happen to come. When you have these guys come over that look rougher than any prize fighter you've ever seen. These are rough people, tough people. They empty their prisons into our country. I said, send them back, send them back. And if they don't take them, you know, they put airplanes on their runways. So when our plane goes back loaded with these people that have to be out of our country, they said, no, you can't land. You can't land. You have no runway. You can't land. So I said, good. Stop the $750 million. The following day, I got a call from the head of Honduras. Nice man, by the way. Very smart, very streetwise. I'll tell you what, JD, these are streetwise people. These are smart people. They're at the top of their game, unlike others that we know about. These leaders are all at the top of their game. President Xi of China, all of them. But I said stop payment. So I get a call from Honduras. I get a call from Guatemala. I get a call from El Salvador. They are principal 3. Now it's everybody. It's 129 different countries. We had last week 129 different countries. But they said, sir, we don't understand. And they called separately, almost like 8 o'clock in the morning. But I work early. So I said, yes, Mr. President, what is it? Sir, I understand you stop payment on the money that you send us on a weekly basis. I said, how much is it? Well, we get $250 million. I said, yeah, we're stopping payment. You're never getting it again because you don't take these people back. You sent them here in the caravans. You sent them. And now we're going to send them back. And he said, oh, I didn't know there was a misunderstanding. They've only been trying for 10 years to get them back, but nobody did this one. And he said, you know, honestly, sir, we would be honored to take them back. We love MS-13 gang members very, very much. We think they're wonderful people. We would love to have them back in our country. And I got the other 2 calls within about 20 minutes. All 3 calls within a half hour I got. And within 45 minutes, they agreed. And we were sending them back by the thousands and thousands and thousands. And then this administration comes back. They don't send anybody back. We have the worst, some of the worst, toughest people that you've ever seen coming into our country, including terrorists. And we're going to be paying a price for years to come. You know, all my predictions have been right. They say Trump was right about everything, and I don't want to brag, but I was right about everything. And we're going to be paying a price. We've got to get him out. We got to get him out. We built hundreds of miles of border walls, and despite 2.5 years of Democrat lawsuits to stop it, and we won them all, many, many lawsuits, we completely finished our original wall plan. We had a border wall plan that was beautiful. And then I said, let's add more into certain areas where it was open like a sieve. So we added more. We got that finished too, and just a little bit left. It would have taken 3 weeks, you heard this said. And they could have completed the job in 3 weeks, but the radical left Democrats didn't want to do that job. That's when I got wise to the fact. I said, you know, I really think they want open borders to ravage our country, and every day these Democrat policies are getting innocent Americans killed, and killed in large numbers. Earlier this year, an MS-13 gang member was sentenced for helping lure a teenage boy to a playground, beating him in the head with a baseball bat, and brutally stabbing him 32 times. This was an animal. Nancy Pelosi said, please don't call them animals, they're human beings. I said, no, they're animals. Of course, I think she's an animal too, you want to know the truth. They'll say, oh, what a horrible thing he said about Nancy. She impeached me twice for nothing. Nothing. They'll say, oh, these people, the fakers back there. They'll say, what a horrible thing. He called Nancy Pelosi an animal. Let me tell you, what she does to this country and what she did to and the turmoil, and it was all, I used the word yesterday, I shouldn't, my great First Lady got very upset. I said, I will never use the word bullshit again. But what she did to us in this country, and yet we got more done as an administration and a president than just about any president in the history of our country in 4 years. In Boston last year,